Did it do the thing? We back? That's what I'll rely on you guys to clarify. And then meanwhile, I will start all these up again. Here we go. And what else? What's the other one? Hopefully, these are all working. He said, hopefully. There we go. Okay. So maybe we're back. What a very odd problem that I ain't never seen before. There we go. Still seems a little bit herky-jerky, even though it insists that we are at 30 frames per second. I don't know if I believe it. Okay, so now I can show you guys that thing we're looking at. Okay. There you go. You're able to see that now, correct? The channels all say they are streaming. Great. All right. Okay, cool. So in this case, let me throw this on here. Oh, wait. What am I doing? There we go. That's what I want. Do the fancy stuff. So ChatGPT, on the one hand, it seems like the more you train it up and the more you get it like in the right headspace, the better off you are. However, I kind of loathe how brittle the infrastructure is that it's keeping a diary. It's keeping a diary, which I guess is fine. People keep diaries. But if it were to be compromised, I think people would be are going to have a bad day. Okay, we got dog roll. All right. Mastering the Studio Machine. Yep, I did that, a fair bit of that. Oh. Ah, there we go. M dashes exchanged. The number of M dashes. Why did these flip? Why? Okay. Your chat style. You use it like a tool. Does this work? Find me links to the actual stories. This sounds like me. Write a single line Chiron. Punch today in the dong. Dude, that's not how it works. Yep. Yep. I don't know what any of that is. This is all made up bullshit. Although this is great because we did do an episode on squirrel fishing that I'm hoping we have a finale to, and it got like, this is some of that tattling in public. Like, I had a lot of formatting questions for 20 terabyte drives, and then it just writes that into this, along with specific brand names and stuff. Now, in this case, everything's public anyway, but I wonder how healthy, I don't know. Oh, wow. Fortune cookies. Yeah, all right. That's enough of a free ad there. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I wonder if I got to auto find and activate. I bet it started new live chats. There we go. All right. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so hopefully those will be on there now. Have I ever done a commencement speech? No, that'd be a flattering thing to do. I would love to. All right. Let's look at our to-dos. So we're rounding the corner. Yeah. Hello, Han Spawns. Let's see how fast and easy we can come up with a background. I guess the red will be for cord killers. What suggestions do you guys have for the background on during office hours? Good morning, Cliff Horn. What are you guys working on today? Speech commence. Let's go. I should have done that. I don't know why. I was holding a carrot, and I thought, that looks gross. I should make it clear it's a carrot. And then I put a carrot in my mouth. And then it's like, now I'm just a guy eating a carrot on the internet. All right. Well, if you don't mind the red, then we'll leave it. I'll also leave this shot. This one, you could just go to layers, and I can just vanish that one out. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, although I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's fine. And then this guy, I can just easily switch over to media. Yeah, that's not so bad. I can do all that on the fly. I wonder if this guy shouldn't be a bit bigger, though. All right, let's take a look. I did something a bit off-brand, kind of goofy. Which I guess as I say that out loud is not at all off-brand for me to do something off-brand and goofy. First of all, we're getting close to the next. Oh, you know what? We might have a rough cut we could peek in on. Let me take a look at this. I almost forgot. Yeah. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Oh.
This episode of The Modern Road brought to you by Strawberry.
Early November, there was a presidential race in Ireland. The front runner was someone named Catherine Connolly. The party of the person that was not winning that decided to launch a disinformation campaign. So I'm going to show you what I think is one of the best deepfakes I've seen in the past year.
So wait, this was in the wild with malicious intent?
Yes, with malicious intent. Got over 160,000 views on Facebook, which Ireland's a smaller country than the U.S., so things in perspective, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
And the intent of that was to disenfranchise voters so they wouldn't go out on election day and vote for the candidate that was leading in the polls.
Okay, so let's
So
see it.
here's this.
In the last few minutes at a Catherine Connolly campaign event, Catherine Connolly has confirmed her withdrawal from the presidential race.
It is with great regret that I announce the withdrawal of my candidacy and the ending of my campaign.
No, Catherine!
Now that Catherine Connolly.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good one. I just realized I just want to unironically watch that. But that one will hopefully be coming out later today. For titles on that one, I was leaning towards How to Spot a Deepfake in 2026, which I feel like is timely. Oh, wait a tick. This one. Yeah. Okay. Let's do our homework then. Let's move on to the Killies. Oh, I gotta do that. So here's what I usually do is I go back and I look at through this year what's all the TV that I watched. Silo, the Penguin, did not finish either of those. Boy, ain't that the truth, Austin's own VIP. But it was for that year that I really dug. There, how? Achilles. Oh no. Oh no, if I'm writing over here, then let me kill that here, and instead, I'll do it on here. There we go. Yeah, I guess that works. All right, Silo was pretty good. Steve Zahn was amazing in it. More Silo. Oh, Man on the Inside. That's right. So Silo was pretty good. Man on the Inside was cute from last year. Severance, I can decide if I am currently happy with or not. I have concerns about Severance, I wrote in my notes. Yeah, it turned out to be right. Oh, that's right. Look back. That was a treat. That was great. Revisited Mythic Quest. Also, Boo Silo. White Lotus. Finally started watching Gemstones. Still haven't finished season 3 of that. Flow did not stand up to the hype. Oh, the studio. That's a contender. Oh, that's right. Lazarus was the anime that I was trying. That was on HBO. Oh, yes. The Andor. The Andor. Thunderbolts was fine. Oh, that's right. Murderbot came out. Boy, I'm really... Wow, I did not finish Hacks either. Hacks. There's a lot of mid-quality programming. Rick and Morty Season 8 was pretty great. Oh, hey, Sam, I host a show about internet and TV stuff called Cord Killers, and every year we have our annual award show, the Killies. And so I have to make my nominations for it. So... Rick and Morty. I got thoughts on that one. Yeah, here we'll talk all these through. Let me get the list finished up here. Killer of Killers. Is that Predator? Is that the Predator movie? Yeah, that was on Hulu. Yeah. Boy, that was my dark horse. Predator. Killer of Killers. Well, you know what I could do? Let's try this on for size. Hold on. So if I did this, oh, I just had a clever thought. So Fake Tom could be there, and then watch this. All right, this is a silly idea indeed, and I think I love it. There we go. Right? And then that goes there. Hey. There we go. So now you guys can see the notes that I'm making. That looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Okay. Daredevil Born Again, that's right. friendship. Rick and Morty. Skeleton Crew. Wow. Superman, huh? It was fine. Fantastic Four was fine. Heart Beeps was not fine. Weapons. That was a good one. Death Note. That was not this year, though. Ha! There it is. You could tell right the moment that Alien Earth and Death Note. I think that's pretty much this whole next month. Oh, that's right. I started Adolescence. I was kind of... I watched Weapons the second time. That's hilarious. Went back and revisited Westworld, revisited Mr. Robot, bunch of old stuff. The Chair Company. Pluribus. Have you guys started watching Fallout 2 yet? Is it good? Oh, Death by Lightning. Oops. All right. Wow, I don't know how I'm gonna pick. So many good things. A lot of mid things, but so many good things. Oh, Eddington. Shit, yeah. I think we're almost caught up now. Yep. And then today, oh, I haven't, oh, Tom's watched Fallout. I guess I should take a look at Fallout too. I guess I'll watch Fallout. Okay, so now, so they didn't do a thing where they released a whole bunch of them, huh? Silver Dragon? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, Frank the Tank. Let's see. Yeah, my one beef with Silo was the fairly abrupt, fairly unearned heel turn with what's his name? Andy Dufresne's character. Andy Dufresne, yeah. Tim Robbins. Nope. Yeah, Tim Robbins. Nailed it. I feel like he was a very credible, very bad guy that just suddenly snapped, and then it looks like he'll be an unlikely conspirator. Conspirator? Sure. So... okay. Oh. Yeah. I mean, first of all, I heard it said today that excellent stories can't be spoiled, and I agree. Also, we're past the. If you've been on the Silo train and you have not watched season 2 yet, then we're out of the bounds. He says while he eats another carrot. All right, let's look at the agenda. I'm not going to disclose my picks for the Killies. You're going to have to watch the Killies. Oh, you know what? Let me see if Anthony Amos is available. Oh, it's 7 a.m. where he is. Oh, get out of here. Let me know when you're free to tackle the sound stuff. Okay, thank goodness, Cliff Horn. What does it say about our world that I didn't know, if you're kidding? How crazy is that? Wow, it sounds dangerously close, guys, to you guys just feeling like this look is a settled look for office hours at least. And then really, if I'm going to muck around with cord killers, I just need to open that up and smooth that one out. Man, this is not a great mix. I'm sorry. Maybe I've just been spoiled by, hold on, the good one. Face Melter. A vastly superior. See? There you go. Oh, hell yeah. Nordpants McDragon Puncher says, Brian, scam school kept me drunk in college nearly 15 years ago and started my lifelong obsession with being the sketchy guy who knows too much. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. It's good to have you. A holiday rock mix. See, now I worry about Content ID, though, for all that. All right. We did the prep. Let's evaluate. Final polish on cord killers. Is there, on this setup, like, are we done? That's the question. Do we like just being able to go from this to this to this to this to this? These are some fine setups here, and I realize that we can do double duty on, I hadn't considered previously that Tom's spot is a fine spot for notes in a separate window, which is pretty good. I guess really. Yow. The way I'm playing the music behind me right now is we rated the chat of Synth Mage and said, "Yo, your music's dope. Can we play it on our streams?" And he said, "Yeah," and thus it was handled. Strangely, Frank the Tank, trying to play by the rules of YouTube's ecosystem has been disastrous. Because if you haven't heard me spin this yarn before, basically the way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to pay for a license for music, and then you use the music and you're allowed to use the music. The problem is that license only applies to your actual legal authority to use it. And what YouTube will do, or what YouTubers will do, is they'll pay for a license, they'll throw it on 8 million different tracks, and they'll claim they invented it, and then they will just content ID everyone who used those clips. And in that gap, that week, 2 weeks, 5 weeks, before people get around to fighting it, they will just collect paychecks. So it's like this barnacle. The more you try to play by the rules, the more you're punished. And in our case, we had hundreds of back catalog of Modern Rogue episodes that all of a sudden just couldn't get paid on because folks had inappropriately just claimed all of the music. It was really a bummer. I didn't care for it. I was against it. Okay, so that does work there. And it's on all these others because I gotta... Oh. There we go. Oh, wait a... Oh. I see what I did there. I did a boo-boo. So let me change this. I'm gonna go to layers, kill this. Kill this to none. Change this to 7. Turn it on. And then now, let me position it. Whoa, 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 not like that. Let's start by crop. And then for this, I don't mind it showing all the edges of this. Because, here we go. And then, the question is, oh, that looks terrible. That's how that looks. Yeah, I guess I'll just crop. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look at that. We solved a thing. All right. Let's peek one moment in on... Okay, when last we left our latest piece of content, what we had was a very high engagement time, which indicated that it's very good content indeed. Thank you very much. But we're encountering a problem with getting people to click on the things. So right now, let's see, impressions, click-through rates. Got up to 3.3, which is nice and healthy. A little bit lower now. So I wonder if we could do some A/B testing. So this one clearly is coming out ahead. So let me set this for the thumbnail and we could do another title switch. And then this time we'll give 3 options on titles. Can your family tell you from a bot? Would your parents notice if you were a bot? Can your family tell you from a bot? Would a bot fool your mom and dad? There we go. Those are not exactly Shakespearean arts. But that'll get us started. Ooh, it's been a minute since we've talked about this. Yeah, here, I'll show you. This is the Remarkable tablet that it just gets captured up here. And then it gets reverse lumed. That's that up there. And then it gets chromed on to this. So we're able to do this, or this, or I don't have a spicy thing set up. Like that. Yeah, it's been a minute since we've done a, I don't know that we did a trauma-centric kit. We did do first aid rendering, but the crazy part is it's now been long enough that we just got to revisit everything. Like, we got 20 years of content that is in need of a refresh. I don't think anybody has a reasonable expectation of... I don't think anybody has a reasonable expectation of being able to remember all of those episodes. Hell, we're now at the point where I don't remember, and I was there for all of it. Of course, some people could accuse me of never having remembered week over week. But that was definitely a bit that we did on Great Night. Let's see, layers. This would be the fake Tom. And the fake Tom could, we can adjust this cropping here like that. There you go. Now that works a little bit better. And then if I go here, I can go to this one and we'll pull up that Y2. There we go. That looks pretty good. Here, let me go ahead and save this. Save as 25, 12, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah, Austin Zone VIP. Well, tell me about it. How would you like to help? Whether it's I wonder if we were to do like a hit sheet of what are all the best ofs that need to be revisited for relevance. Because again, nobody under the age of 25 is going to go back and watch any of the super old stuff. All right, let me do one last run through. So this is just Tom or fake Tom. Yeah, it sure is. I've been busting out the classics. I've been playing Population 1, getting my sea legs underneath me. I'd like to, in fact, now that it's the holidays, you know what? This is a good point. Now that it's the holidays, I would kind of love to just goof off and do a day of playing games. What's a game that you guys would want to see? Because if there's one time a year where we can take a break from melting faces, it's the holidays. Lord knows nobody else does anything. Why isn't Who Dat Goat on the list? Asking Lone Dog, asking the real questions. That's a good point. Oh, wait, I just had a brilliant idea. Spicy thing could be Tom. He said mysteriously. Oh. Oh. Past Brian already thought of this. You cheeky madman. Deadpool VR, what is that like? I'd be interested. I would know more of this. Okay, so going through the whole list. You know what I'll do? I have an incongruency here between a couple of different things. So when I'm in office hours, normally I like this shot for me to write stuff on. But when we're in office hours, we need to make room for you guys talking down here. And so that, let's just run through this then. If this becomes the default shot, so we got default shot, default shot, default shot, default shot. Capture shot necessary, background shot necessary. This is kind of noise right now, we'll see. Necessary, necessary. Go to, not sure what I'm doing with this one. Necessary, so that we could do this. Oh yeah, Expedition 33. I saw the first hour of that. That would be a great one, to be honest. Yeah, Claire Obscura Expedition 33. Windows 11. And then, okay, so this guy is framed incorrectly. So let me fix that right now while I'm mucking with him. Yeah. So now we've got us and the chat. Oh, wait, no, this one is us and the chat. And then we're over here. And then we're over here. And that works and has its place. And then this one I'll adjust when there's a human there. Although, no, I don't know why I don't want to do it right now. There we go. Now that's centered. I'm going to save all of this. All right, and then this one, I will tweak my placement. Hey. There we go. Right? Except for that. Lockpicking, improvised weapons, first aid, trauma care, mixed drinks, radio communications, symbol communications, tracking dead drops. I also recommend pocket knives and pocket toolkits. Some of your wishes are already in the... they're already brewing. They're already in the hopper. We got Josh Nass... ham radio crash course coming out, which I can't wait for. It's gonna be great. There we go. Look at this. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, people. It's all coming together. Yeah. Yep. There we go. And then look at this. Ding dong, ding, ding, dong. I set all the buttons. Okay. One last peek in on... Oh, I never saved this. Gets me every time. Peek in on the algorithmic love. Hey, this guy is moving somewhere. Sort of. There we go.
Christmas time with all the decorations, your Santas and your snowmen and your candy canes and I guess another snowman. Wait a tick. Christmas time with all the decorations, your Santas and your snowmen and your candy canes and I guess another snowman. Wait a tick.
I wonder if I don't know, maybe, for all I know, that's a meme that I was just on the outside of. Okay, all right, well, it's 9:30. I'm gonna get the day started. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, thank you very much, Lone Dog. And the humdinger worked. Today, shit. Today, of note, Great Night will be in the middle of the day at 1 p.m. Central. Let me jot that down. There we go. Oh, robot voice and monster. I don't think anybody threw money in my face. So it'll have to be next time. Bye, guys.